Welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 83 of the Unreviewed Podcast. We're going inside week 10 this week. There's some big matchups inside the conference that really hold a lot of weight. A lot of games out of conference. 4 teams going on bye this week. One rivalry, to say the least, I guess, this year. And we'll be also going down to Texas for our interstate game of the week. All that and much more. Stay tuned for the Unreviewed Podcast.
Welcome to the Under Review Podcast, where Saturdays mean everything, rivalries run deep, and the SEC reigns supreme. Hosted by Todd and Marty, two die-hard fans breaking down every snap, storyline, and showdown across the Southeastern Conference. From the swamp to the plains, between the hedges to the bayou, no team is safe when it's under review. Now back to the action with Todd and Marty.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Like I said, it's episode 83. As always, I'm your host, Todd. Alongside me is my co-host, Marty.
Hola, ¿cómo están, mi amigos, señoritas?
Thought you were broke there for a second.
My Michael Myers moment.
Oh, was
It's
that
Halloween
what that
time, so yeah,
It
we're
is,
getting the spookies.
this
Spooky
week
season.
It is Halloween, Friday, actually. Friday the 13th is Halloween.
Boy, ain't that scary?
Now, if you fell for that, then there's something wrong with you.
What did I fall for?
Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Oh, it's like the
Oh,
second
just
time I've.
Only if you're dyslexic you fall for it, but nevertheless.
Anywho,
you wasn't here Sunday to go over the post show. Any comments, concerns from last week as we get ready to get kicked rolling?
well, as the big news is that Brian Kelly's gone.
Yeah, that happened after we recorded, so we didn't kind of release that. Yeah,
Oh,
this is the first time
surprise!
it's been said here. Which
Oh.
me and Jimmy were kind of talking about it. You know, how far will his leash go with that loss? But it didn't go far.
Apparently, back to the locker room. I think that's the big thing. Finally, I guess the fan base and they were just. And you had the best recruiting class coming in.
Jimbo Fisher.
Well, I'm talking about
It gives me Jimbo Fisher vibes, though.
Oh yeah, and now they're still paying what, $54 million?
Something like that.
Yeah, like me and Brandon said, which door you want me to go out of?
Yeah.
I thought on the Auburn side, with the quarterback change up, it helped us to a win, but I don't think that Arkansas team is really good, and we struggled at some points with them.
Not really good, but at the same time, like you always say, a win's a win, and it was a much needed win.
Most definitely. Alabama and South Carolina game was way too close for Alabama for where that South Carolina team is, but they always play them close. I think I watched the most games I've watched, because I think me and Brittany both had off days. We could sit and relax, and Alabama was a good ball game, but between her and Mom screaming, did you go some? Oh, a surprise!
Can't win them all though. Surprise.
No, it was a good week of football.
It was a great week of football. I think
of
Texas A&M really solidified themselves top of the SEC.
I do. That's what I told Brittany after that game. I said they'll be in the championship unless something crazy happens here on out, which could happen. But I think they are probably the most dominant team in the SEC, right behind Alabama.
Yeah, which I know you haven't been able to watch this the post game show yet. You need to go back and really hone in on that last little bit when we talk about Texas A&M and LSU, and look at the picture that I put up there. It's great.
Up there?
Yeah.
Is that nearby? Way over yonder?
It's nearby over yonder. Well, with all that being said, we're about to throw it around the state. did miss something. West Alabama did lose again.
Sanford lost again.
Yeah, well, Sanford 1-7, South Alabama 2-6, North Alabama 2-6, UAB 3-4, Jack State 4-3, Alabama A&M 4-4, Alabama State and West Alabama 5-2, and then Troy sitting atop 6-2.
Yeah, I know.
Top of this.
So apparently it didn't turn out in Cochran's favor for what we kind of hyped up as a pretty good ball game.
It was a close one. It was 41-38. Yeah, it was a very close game. So, I mean, like we said, it was going to be close.
Right. Which I didn't expect anything less. But I guess out of this whole picture from last week going into next week is UAB. I mean,
coming up.
So I think if UAB can get a win at UConn, I mean, I don't know much about this new kid. I know his dad was a coach.
His dad's Chris Mortensen.
Not a coach. Yeah, he passed away. I think he had battled cancer. And
did he?
Yes, I believe so.
I think you're mistaken. I could be wrong.
It happens, but no, I thought this was a good win. I don't know.
Yeah. He died March 3rd in Irondale in 2024.
You got really loud.
Oh, my bad. Probably without the button clicking going on.
No, it's like your whole microphone. I'm sitting in your room.
How about now?
Okay, that's better. I thought so. He had passed away. But if him being inner, maybe it turned into a full-time gig.
Hope so.
Yeah, UAB does need something, and maybe this is it.
Let's see what we got going on here. Wednesday, 6:30, ESPN2 Conference USA matchup between the 4-3 Jacksonville State Gamecocks versus the 1-6 Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Yeah, if you notice, I did change up the graphic just a little bit. I did have to go to a new software, so the graphics look a little different.
What software do you have to change over to?
If you wouldn't have told me, I'd have told you.
Yeah, I could tell they got a little different.
Yeah. CapCut just destroyed everything. So I wasn't able to use my phone to edit stuff anymore. And I can't even think of this app. But Pixar.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I use, Goob.
That's what I'm using. Good thing I didn't pay for anything.
It's not a point.
But
anyway, Jacksonville State here.
Jacksonville State, 74% chance to win this game. There's really not much to say. Middle Tennessee, bottom of the Conference USA. Jack State, second, too, which really surprised me. Kennesaw State, last year coming inside the FBS, having one of the worst records. But the NIL money helped them this year. Looks like it. They're 5-2 in the season, 3-0 in the conference.
Get that out.
So really good to see. But I think Jacksonville State.
Well, at least we can watch. This is a Wednesday game we can watch.
Yeah. And it's that game I was talking about inside the American Conference. 3-4 UAB goes to 5-3 UConn, 11 a.m. on CBS-SN.
CBS-SN.
Yeah.
You said that was UConn?
That is UConn.
Oh, we literally just talked about it. What's your numbers here?
81% in favor of the UConn Huskies. 12-point favorite for them as well.
Yeah, I know we hate the word moral victories around here, but I think UAB got one, and they did get a win, but I think that's where it stops here this week. Maybe they can find some things they can build on. I mean, if they win, it would be an upset, but I don't see it happening.
Oh, well, I did lie on this. it is not an American Conference game. UConn is actually independent. I forgot about that. But side note, again, UConn's playing really well. They're 5-3 this season. 3 losses come to Syracuse, Delaware, and then Rice last week. So I'm gonna stay tried and true with UAB here. I think new coach, new momentum. Going Blazers. And what should be an early upset?
Yes, what you want? What you gonna do?
I hate this, man.
What are you hating?
Freaking computer stalling out every week.
Sounds like a you problem.
I know, right?
Well, it's nothing that our 3 fans don't already know.
We got one watching, so.
That's me, you idiot.
Oh, well. We got none watching. All right. 5-2 West Alabama go to 3-4 Valdosta State, 12 p.m. on flowcollege.com.
So, Scott Cochran is on a 2-game losing streak.
Right.
Definitely think it's going to stop here on flowcollege.com with Valdosta State.
I can agree with you there. We only have to base off records here because that's all we have.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think Valdosta State's not as good, theoretically, as West Alabama. Yeah, it's going to be on the road, but I think this is going to be a perfect opportunity for Cochran and the boys to get things switched up here. SoCon action is the 1-7 Sanford Bulldogs go to the 2-6 Wofford.
Wofford.
Are they the Wofford? Are they the
Wofford.
Bulldogs? Wofford.
Anyway, I think I would rather dip a paint noodle or a noodle in paint and paint the back bedroom than watch this ball game.
12:30 on the ESPN Plus app. I agree. I think this will be about as fun as watching
me paint the room with that paint noodle.
Yeah. But it's going to be another chance for Sanford to get in another win inside the win column.
I don't know, but that Wofford dog looked like he's been around the block, dog.
That was the old school logo from, good Lord,
50-something maybe?
I think it was 60.
Yeah, that was that cartoon style back, but he's just... It's like you done stole his dog treats and...
I lied. 1955 to 1985. It was their logo.
I just said the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really... Rock, paper, scissors, just for the heck of it, I'm going to stay with Stanford. But as funny as that logo is...
It makes you want to go towards Wofford,
It does make you want to go. I'm going to go Wofford.
I'm going to go Stanford. SWAC action, 4-4 Alabama A&M versus 5-3 Grambling State, 2 p.m. on the SWAC TV. I think this will be a perfect opportunity for Alabama A&M to bounce back after a Music City just beat down.
I was about to say, it's a Music City, something that rhymes with butt whooping.
Grambling is a pretty good team. Their record says they're 5-3. But I do kind of keep up with... I say kind of keep up with them. I know about them to an extent because of, the SWAC pretty much is just a whole big HBCU conference, if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Grambling State is, I don't say they're one of the better teams inside of the conference. They're mid-pack just as well, just as everybody else is. But, the 2 teams sitting at the top of the conference is Prairie View, Jackson, and Alabama State. We'll get more on 2 of those teams here in a little bit. But, I think Cornelius Brown IV is playing great football. But Tessit, Yep. Mm-hmm. T-Sit, the quarterback for Grambling State. There's a comma, there's a Z, and there's a C. I don't know. But I think Grambling State could give Alabama A&M a run for their money, but I think Alabama needs a win badly. And I don't know if it's not going to be now. I don't know when it's going to be.
Their schedule will get tougher closer to the end here.
Yeah, they got them. They got Prairie View after that. Like I said, their Prairie View's number one. They got Florida A&M, which Florida A&M's 3-4 on the season, and then Texas Southern, who again is 4-3 on the season. So it's not looking up for Alabama A&M. Yes, there's not going to be an FCS playoff for them this year, though, but they still need a win.
Yeah, I don't know. As well as you talked about Grambling, like I said, you mostly keep up with SWAC. I'm going to go gambling. I'm going to gamble on Grambling.
And their running back as well is Trey Bradford. 543 rushing yards on 89 carries and 3 touchdowns on the season. So, I mean, I want to go Alabama A&M, I really do, but I think for the sake of the pick, I'm going to go Grambling. It's that matchup I was talking about. It's on 2 p.m. on SWAC TV. 5-2 Alabama State versus 6-2 Prairie View A&M.
Do we get SWAC?
I don't think we do, but I don't know how much it is.
Because I think this would be a game I would like to watch.
Right.
Like I said, I don't know much about it, but as well as you talk about this could be the best game in the SWAC this week.
Again, with Alabama State's quarterback, like I said, he could very well be playing Division I football next year as a senior. 1,691 yards, 20 touchdowns to 1 interception. And then, like I said, his rushing stats are 489 yards on 66 carries and 2 touchdowns. 20 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah. I think this Bodie kid is really going to be high on some teams.
For next
year.
year.
In Auburn. But, yeah, especially they use that run and gun quarterback.
Right. I don't know. I'm going to go stay at home and go ASU.
I think ASU will have a big win here and keep them atop of their division on their side of the conference here, because I think these two are in the same conference at least. They are in the same conference. They are not. Okay, so Alabama is on the one side of the SWAC and Prairie View's on the other side of the SWAC. So this could definitely be they could meet twice this year.
Mm-hmm. The championship and
yeah, this game and the championship. So we'll have to keep touch on that. Sun Belt Conference between the 2-6 Raging Wieners versus the 2-6 South Alabama Jaguars, 2:30 on ESPN Plus.
Look, I did such a good job at painting that back room with that noodle. I'm gonna move to the next room. I don't see it's crazy for I guess the last couple of years how far that they've lost their stature. I mean, 2-6. Wow.
For which one?
The Raging Wieners.
Oh yeah.
Because, like I said, I remember they used to play Auburn a couple years ago every now and then and play them pretty decently. But if you're in the same category as North Alabama
and South Alabama,
true.
Both of them are 2-6.
Oh, we suck again.
Well, I can tell you this from my professional observation.
Here we go.
One of these teams, when they lose this week, they will not be making a bowl game.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah. Boy, you hit that one right on the head, didn't you?
Professional.
Yeah. Yeah, you have knocked yourself out of complete contention to even play in the
Birmingham Bowl,
the Talladega 600 Bowl.
Let's see. On paper, South Alabama's quarterback is better. 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, to 671 yards from Winfield, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I think Bullock, they have a really good wide receiver in Voisin. He played really good against Auburn. Devin Voisin, he's a senior though. But between Davenport, Bullock, and Devin Voisin, I think South Alabama will handle this one pretty well.
Do we got any good SEC games on at 2:30?
I'm pretty sure we'll get to it.
So I'm saying I'm gonna go with the Cougars.
The Cougars, the Jaguars.
Jaguar to eat that wiener.
United Athletic Conference matchup between the 2-6 North Alabama Lions versus the 1-7 Utah Tech Trailblazers. 3 p.m. ESPN Plus.
So
You made it to the bathroom yet?
This whole house is gonna be painted with a wet noodle before we get done with this week. I hope it gets better because I'm gonna be tired of just doing this. And Brittany's gonna be pretty pissed at the house that changed colors with a pool noodle.
Oh, I think North Alabama has a chance to get 3-6 this week, but I like the Trailblazer. I like their logo type. I like their color scheme. Kind of reminds me of like a hockey logo and a hockey color scheme.
I was thinking the same.
You know, kind of like the Birmingham Bulls. Not color scheme wise, but like the
even that's kind of got like the Predator feel.
Right, yeah. So if it's going off logos, I'd definitely pick Utah Tech here. But I don't think we are. Don't think we're going off logos this week.
We did logos last season, so. Do they even have numbers on this game?
Let's see if I can pull them
and
up.
And how in the hell does this get on ESPN?
Plus.
Well, I get that part. If it was on regular ESPN, I would throw something.
Let's see. Destin Wade has thrown for 848 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. North Alabama's quarterback. And Utah Tech's Bronson Barbin, 1,000 yards even, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
He's got more. Does he got more interceptions than touchdowns?
I did.
Okay, I'm pulling for the referees.
Justin Pegues, a wide receiver for North Alabama, 387 yards on 39 catches and 4 touchdowns. I think North Alabama might have this one. There are no numbers, though.
Well, hell, there can't be that many of them. Let's go North Alabama.
That is a cool logo, though. I do like it. And then finally, to wrap up the Around the State, another Sun Belt Conference matchup between the 4-4 Arkansas Red Wolves versus the 2-6 Troy Trojans, 7 p.m. on ESPNU.
Well, at least the competition's getting a little better here.
A little bit.
Yeah, Detroit to be standing at the top of their conference. Is Red Wolf Sunbelt too?
Yep, you say that where it says Sunbelt Conference. That means it's a conference matchup.
I get that, but you done bumfoozled it up earlier.
I messed up one, I think.
Is that Knox?
If it's pots and pans rustling around, yes.
Or Maddie's cooking dinner?
No, we've already ate.
Oh, what'd you have?
I had chili and she had lasagna.
Oh. Well, I guess we could have talked about that in a more boring games.
Well, yeah.
ESPNU here, I think Troy stays atop where they're at. They'll, of course, they're playoff bound now, but get a chance to get a better bowl. Make it out to the Wisconsin Cheese Bowl or something.
Did you know this? That Troy is not top of their division.
I thought
They're in a 3-way tie. In the Sun Belt West, they're tied with Southern Miss, who they're playing in a couple weeks. And then Sun Belt East, James Madison's 4-0 and 6-1 in the conference, or 6-1 overall.
Now, James Madison, did they play Jackson State a couple weeks ago?
No.
I thought they did, because we've had James Madison before.
No, we haven't. Oh, yes, we have. We had them when they played. I thought we had them.
In fact, maybe I'll just shut up because I thought we had James
we
Madison.
We had Old Dominion.
That's a country group.
Anywho. Let's see. Number 7.5 favorite for Troy, 73% predictor for Troy.
Yeah, I'm in the Troy boat.
Yeah, like I said, Troy also has coming up. They have, Arkansas State, who's third in the West, who's right behind them. Old Dominion, who is fourth in the East. Georgia State, who's dead last, and then Southern Miss to round out the season. So Troy coming up, they got a good stretch. Maybe they can get inside the Sun Belt Conference. Really excited to talk about Troy and South Alabama when Major comes on in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know he has more insight into the Sun Belt Conference because he pulls for South Alabama at least.
Bless his heart.
Well, yeah. But it's all we can do at this point. I'm going to go Troy here, get another win, go to 7-2 on the season, and keep on rolling for the Trojans.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to step aside and take a word from our sponsor.
Hey, babe, we got ants.
Okay, kill them.
No, really, there's a lot of freaking ants.
Well, what do you want me to do? I ain't no expert.
Well, fine then. I'll call Tactical Home and Pest.
Go ahead and call Benjamin.
Hey there, this is Ben with Tactical Home and Pest, proud sponsor of Todd and Marty and their Under Review podcast. And can I just say that if the bugs I deal with had referees, I'd be called for targeting. Tactical Home and Pest, 256-592-2842, or visit me at tacticalhomeandpest.com.
Thank you, Benjamin Dominguez, for all of your pest control needs everywhere. Like I said, if you call him, just let him know that the boys at the Under Review podcast has sent you. But now it's time to get into hopefully some better games.
Golly.
This week's look inside of the SEC. Bye weeks go to Alabama, Missouri, LSU, and Texas A&M. I don't know. I guess something happened at the bottom of the screen here.
I can already tell you what happened.
What?
It's the way you put it on there. It's either got a blend on. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But why did you use the Auburn LSU logo? I was like, I know Auburn plays this week.
Yeah, it's the LSU logo.
Should have had a picture of Brian Kelly crying.
Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, I lied.
Why?
SEC conference matchup: the 4-4 Mississippi State Bulldogs versus the 2-6 Arkansas Razorbacks. 3 p.m. on the SEC Network. Here's another bad game.
I don't know. I mean, for both teams, yes, but I think the way Mississippi State lost that heartbreaker.
Past 2 weeks.
Yeah, and poor Brandon at Barstow. I know he did you see the replay? He was right there in the end zone.
Him and Hardy.
Oh, yeah, Hardy. I didn't know Hardy was a State fan.
Oh, yeah, he's from Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Oh, I was about to say, that's a long way. Yeah, I had seen some pictures on the Facebook where I said, that looks like Hardy.
I said the same thing, it is.
That's what Brittany said. But anyway, no, that's Mississippi State really could be 6-2 right now.
Yeah.
And Arkansas
probably better than that.
And Arkansas can still be 2-6.
Yeah. Well, if Mississippi State wins this week, and that knocks Arkansas out of, say it,
playoff contention,
bowl contention.
That's what I meant.
They already knocked out the playoff contention.
Yeah, they could have went out for the next 2 years and not go to a bowl.
Agreed. Go ahead.
No, like I said, Mississippi State, they're not as bad as their record looks.
I agree
like you said, yeah, the 2 heartbreakers they had, I really think they're going to have a lot of aggression this week and really take it out on Arkansas. Arkansas played Auburn, pretty close.
Until the fourth quarter.
Right. Um, oh, so I just felt so. I think Arkansas has kind of given up unless they come in and steal a win right here. Mississippi State's going to be looking for blood, and I think they're going to get it here.
This game will be held inside Razorback Stadium, 60% by ESPN, has Arkansas favored. And then in Vegas, 4.5 for Arkansas as well. So I don't think that changes my mind. I think, like I've said before, Mississippi State this year, they're going to a bowl game. And if I was a betting man, I'd bet money on. I'd have bet it at the beginning of the season. I'd probably want a lot of money. But they need a big win here, and they need one more upset win later on in the season. I think who they got. Like I said, it could be Ole Miss. I think that's the biggest game where they can upset somebody. But if Bo Perbula is still out for Missouri, they can win in a couple weeks against Missouri, or maybe against Georgia in a couple weeks. Who knows? Because I don't even know. But I'm going to stick with Mississippi State until they get bowl eligible. So I'm taking Mississippi State here.
Yeah, like I said, I think like you said, it'd be a big win only if it's for helping them push for a bowl game. I said, even like I would say with Auburn as well, they considered a big win. It wasn't a big win. It's a piss poor Arkansas team which
Arkansas was favored.
That, like you said, that still don't change my mind.
Okay.
Especially Bobby Petrino still kind of getting his offense. I mean, I know
he had a heart attack on the field.
Oh yeah, I thought he had to put that neck brace back on. But no, I stand on what you say with Mississippi State, and I'm going to take the Dogs.
What will not be a fun game to watch inside the SEC Conference, 3-5 South Kakalaka Gamecocks versus the number 7-1 Ole Miss Rebels, 6 p.m. on ESPN.
I don't know, Todd. I think this is as really well as South Carolina played last week against Bama. I think this could be a trap game for Ole Miss.
Could be. So are you saying Ole Miss is eating their cupcakes as a little bit too early?
I think so, because I saw yes, it was against Alabama, and they always play Alabama really well. But I just saw a lot of fire through Shane Beamer's team last week. Everything was clicking until it wasn't under a minute. And, Alabama has that effect. But I don't want to call it upset because Ole Miss is good. They've struggled to 2 or 3 of their wins, but they got a good ball club.
Yeah, I really do. I like Ole Miss here. I need to get back talking to Hayden because I remember he was real high on South Carolina this season.
Yeah, he was.
I need to go rub that in his face a little bit.
Well, I left at 4 today, and he come in at 4, so I seen him, and I'll see him in the morning. So,
well, tell him that he should be expecting a text message from me anytime this week. Me rubbing his face, me rubbing South Carolina sucking in his face because I wasn't high on their train.
And it sucks because we know that defense is stellar. Dylan Stewart and
he's having a bad year. Like he's in that sophomore slump, and it really shows.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I guess if I don't want to say upset, but it could happen.
Well, I'm going Ole Miss, and I'm going Ole Miss by at least 24. But that's all we got for those games. So we're going to step aside as Jud tells you about Chuck's Heating and Air. Stand by.
This episode of the Under Review podcast is brought to you by Chuck's Heating and Air. Chuck has over 40 years of service and experience with residential services. He services most makes and models. He is Alabama licensed, bonded, and insured, and locally owned and operated. Are you hot and you're supposed to be cool? Are you cool and you're supposed to be hot? Then you've got a problem. Call Chuck. Area code 256-892-2757. Again, 256-892-2757. Chuck's Heating and Air.
256-892-2757 for all your heating and air needs. All right, now it's time to get down to the best 5 games that we have for you this week. And that is the... Yeah.
It didn't take much.
It don't. It really don't. But we're going to start at 11 a.m. on ABC. It's an SEC matchup between 7-1 Vanderbilt, who's ranked number 9, versus the 20th ranked 6-2 Texas Longhorns. Okay. How you want to go about this?
Anchor's down.
You think so?
I think so. I can't. I'm getting to the point where I can't stand Pavia.
But you pick him.
But I do because I know he's going to win. That's
Fair.
But no, he is like a Baker Mayfield and a Johnny Manziel, which are Brandon's heroes. But man, this Texas team is down. I mean, yeah, they've won 6, but it's they're nobody has really come to fruition. All besides, I think, Wisner. That's just been, he's really carried the team. Yeah, Arch has his moments, but I don't think he's consistent as they want him to be. And the way Vandy has played, just the one loss to Alabama, which is for their sake is a good loss. So I'm going to Commodores.
I'm going Texas for the only reason being because I think Arch Manning is not going to play this week. I think Matt Caldwell is going to step in and show Texas really what they've been missing this whole week. He went down in overtime. Matt Caldwell came in through the touchdown, pretty much led Texas to a victory. Okay, this is me predicting Arch Manning don't play this week. Matt Caldwell comes in, throws for about 250, 275, about 3 or 4 touchdowns. And they're actually and we're going to see a Texas offense that we've not seen all year. A Texas offense that's going to click in all stages of the game.
So is Arch hurt?
Yeah, he had a concussion.
Oh, okay. Looking like his uncle.
Looking like Tua.
That really don't change me too much because yes, we know Caldwell's good or decent,
right.
But can Caldwell manage a full game?
He's done it for 4 years at Troy.
But he's not at Troy. He is in He is not playing SWAC bottom feeders.
Okay, Troy's in the Sun Belt.
That's what I meant. I've been
on
the sauce.
The games he's played in this year, he hasn't been bad. He's shown poise. He's shown excellent ball management, ball placement, and they get there in a hurry. And that's just, I guess it could be me looking into it because I don't like Arch.
That's true. But everybody wants to see Vandy lose because they're on top and Pavia's.
Vandy can lose in a couple weeks when they play Auburn, so.
I wouldn't push it.
Well, we'll get there somehow.
I was there last year. It was
inside the SEC, a 6:30 nightcap ABC game. 6-2, 18th ranked Boomer Sooners versus the 14th ranked 6-2 Old Smoky Volunteers.
You got the puppies and the ponies. Boy, you're killing me, son.
It's a bad name for a bad show right there.
I don't know. Mateer back?
He's been playing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if he was full strength.
I don't think he will be until the end of the season.
Gotta go get something fixed, huh?
Yeah, the good old throwing hand. The non-throwing hand.
Non-throwing hand. I don't know. This could be a very underrated matchup here. Good late game. They play in Tennessee?
Based on the matchup on your screen, yes.
Okay, yeah. What do you think? Because I'm still kind of in limbo here.
Let me give you some numbers. ESPN says 63% in favor of Tennessee, and Vegas has 3.5 for Tennessee as well. I would lean towards more Tennessee, because A, I don't like Oklahoma this year anymore. B, I still don't think Mateer's 100%. And C, Deshaun Bishop, Tennessee's running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's a beast. So with that, I'm going 14 points in favor of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Give me 10 for Tennessee.
Yeah. Again, 6:30 ABC. My eyes will be somewhere else watching another team, but I'll be watching that good old SWAC football.
Yeah, or I'll still be in the bathroom painting with that noodle.
SEC 6:30 SEC Network 2-5 Kentucky Wildcats versus the 4-4 Auburn Tigers inside Jordan Hare.
So, have we heard any more updates on Cam?
No, yeah, he's still doing his little podcast.
I'm going to punch you in the mouth. I know it was a high ankle sprain.
No, I haven't, but usually that word don't come out till Wednesday. So we'll know more late Wednesday, early Thursday when the injury report comes out via the SEC.
Yeah. Well,
so we'll know then.
Well, I think Freeze said high ankle sprain. He wasn't good Sunday, but he was moving in the right direction Monday.
Yeah.
So, again, not that it was a big... I mean, I guess it was for Auburn to help push the bowl eligibility here. But I think Auburn continues doing what they did last week. And poor Kentucky, that surprised they can pour piss out of a boot.
Yeah. So via Hugh Freeze, this was yesterday, I want to say, October 27th. Yesterday. This was yesterday. Auburn is hopeful that star wide receiver Cam Coleman will not miss any time following an ankle injury. So, looks like he'll be playing via Freeze.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought. I just didn't know if...
Some numbers for this game. ESPN 10.5 for Auburn and 77% ESPN, and then Vegas has Auburn 10.5.
Yeah, I like Auburn. I think Auburn keeps running the ball. So you think Jackson Arnold's going to start, or they're going to...
I hope not. Ashton Daniels needs to start this game. And then if he gets in trouble, throw in Deuce now. But I will say this. I think Kentucky is bad enough that Deuce will actually get some playing time in this game. Because I'm going Auburn by 24.
So we are off the Jackson Arnold train now?
I mean, what sold me, like me and Jeremy was talking about Sunday, what sold me was when you say hunt and then your feet are stuck in the mud and you don't even think about running, and then a defensive tackle hits you right in the mouth. And he's watching him the whole way coming through him, and he's just sitting there, no, I'm done. Like, if you're going to act like Jalen Milroe, go somewhere. I ain't dealing with it.
Or act like Peyton Thorne.
Peyton Thorne's feet would move a little.
Yeah, but it was his hands that we had to worry about.
Yeah. So, say Auburn by 24 at least.
17.
So we head down to Texas for the 6-1, 10th ranked Miami Hurricanes, and Sebastian takes on the 5-3 unranked SMU Mystical Ponies. What are they? Mustangs. There we go. They're the Mustangs. 11 a.m. on the ESPN app.
I like Miami here. Carson Beck's really, I don't want to say turned Miami around because they've been pretty relevant.
They were good last year with Cam Moore.
Right. So I think he's kept them on the right track. In ACC wise, SMU is still up in the top of the ACC. So this could be a really good ACC championship game.
I don't see that happening because
Georgia Tech
and Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Those two are playing great football this year.
Yeah, ACC has really stepped it up this year. I'm a little bit shocked how well they're doing compared to years past, and even the Big Ten is kind of
Big Ten showing out. Let me just tell you.
exactly, and I think that's what for us SEC fans sucks because with all the NIL, it's kind of leveling the playing field.
We don't run everything anymore. It's kind of how it is.
Right. I get that.
But ESPN has 70% favorite for Miami, a 12-point spread for Vegas for Miami as well. I'm going with the upset here. As crazy as I am and as crazy as I talk.
Good thing you don't put money on these games.
I know, I'd lose a lot. That's why I can say this freely. SMU's at home. They're 3-1 in ACC play, which that means that they have beat. This is a team that also lost to Baylor by 3, but they've beat Syracuse, they beat Stanford, and they beat Clemson, and then losing last week to Wake Forest by 1 point inside overtime. I don't think this SMU team really is all that bad. If they didn't lose to Robbie Ashford last week, they're undefeated in ACC play. And their losses only come to Baylor and TCU.
Yeah.
So
still a good resume though.
That's why I'm leaning towards them at home here. As crazy as it sounds. But if it happens, I'll be the happiest man come Sunday.
You said crazier stuff before, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Hey, can you put a muffin in that boy's mouth?
Oh, on me. But now it's time to get down to the Under Review Podcast Game of the Week. It is the world's largest cocktail party and played in Jacksonville, Florida. The 3 and 4 Florida Gamecocks versus the 5-ranked 6-1 Georgia Bulldogs, 2:30 ABC.
I get it. It's a rivalry game. It's the cocktail party. But Georgia's going to beat them by 60.
Not so fast, my friend.
Oh, you shut the heck up.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't see it. But it is a rivalry. There wasn't any other game that really tickled my fancy going towards this, like, being here. What?
What was that other game?
Vandy,
yeah, the
Texas.
Vandy and...
I'd rather put North Alabama back up here versus Utah State. Utah Tech.
I'd rather not. Look, my phone, my phone still works. Last time I checked, you can text me. I had some input there.
On the pool noodle?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not going to say there's no way Florida wins this game.
There's no way Florida wins this game. I'll say it.
You must be drinking them cocktails early.
Yes, it's a rivalry game. I get that. But this is not as, per se, Auburn, Alabama.
True.
Florida, even with the interim, they're still not doing good. I don't think that, has the interim even won a game? I don't think he has because Napier won the last one.
And then they fired him.
And then they got gone. Yeah, he won against Mississippi State, then they're on a bye week. So, I don't see Billy Gonzalez leading this program to beat Georgia. Granted, if it happens, I will be more than happy to. Because Georgia, put them in the Oklahoma category. So I want to see them lose every game.
I mean, I'm always going to be high on DJ Lagway. I think he's a really good quarterback. Maybe he's not at the right program.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, I like transfer portal.
Yeah, Auburn looks nice. They're still orange and blue.
True. Yeah, definitely going Georgia 28.
79% ESPN has Georgia favored, and 7.5 via Vegas here. So I'm gonna go Georgia, but I'm not going as far as you. I'm gonna say they keep it in between 10 points. But I did note, I forgot to say this against the Auburn game. Do you know Auburn is one of 4 teams inside the nation to not allow somebody to score over 24 points this season?
That's a shocker because our defense is holding our team together like glue on an airplane.
Can you name the 4 teams?
Indiana. I seen it earlier. That's why I'm.
Indiana, Ohio State, Auburn, and Miami.
This just shocks the piss out of me. See, we should. Before I get on my tangent, we should be right there. I'm not saying we should be undefeated right now.
I said we should have lost to Texas A&M, but that should be our only loss.
If it would be like Dad would say, PDC.
Yep. Yeah, it's no nightmare game of the week, but it is Halloween. Thank y'all for joining us on the live. If not, well, great to have you on Thursday when this drops on Spotify. And what's the other one? YouTube.
Somewhere.
Couldn't think of it. But want to thank God for bringing us here for another week. Great episode we had today. Thank you to the Wise for not wringing our necks. And yeah. Thank you to Hunter Brassfield and Nicholas Adam over at the Dadpod. Catch them live whenever you can, whenever they can. Hayden, special thanks to Hayden Coker, HCS Media. 7 o'clock every Thursday night, live from the Buffalo Wild Wings inside Pell City. Also, thank you to the creative team, Jud Dickinson, Brandon Trammell, and Cody Mealer. With all that being said, thank you. Hey.
That real quick, I think Hayden's going to be in Georgia this week because they moved the high school games to Thursday.
Not all high school games are Thursday.
Well, I know St. Clair County is, but I think that's what he told me today, that he's going to be in Georgia for his game. But he'll find some way to get some content out.
Yeah, nevertheless. Well, we love you here at the Unreviewed Podcast. God loves you. We love you. We'll see you next time when we go under the monitor. Thank you.